welcome to Sports Betting Illuminated, where we play with the house and not against it. I'm your host, Ariel Calista Miller, author of the book Sports Betting Illuminated, an AI-powered path to profit. And today I am here bringing you all of my strategies on exactly how I've been able to achieve these 30, 40, 50+% ROI season after season across multiple sports leagues. How is everyone doing tonight? It is so wonderful seeing you all here bright and early. I've seen a ton of comments come in before the stream, some from Rumble, a lot from YouTube. So I just want to take one moment and welcome everyone in tonight. First of all, I want to thank DJ Ray for coming in early and posting my links, shouting out my newsletter right here, telling everyone to click on the Stay in Touch button to get my daily sports insights, the line analysis on all of the games, plus my bets of the day, plus pictures of me every day. So what can go wrong there? It's free, easy to join. Thank you so much for getting in early and posting that. Also, hello Chuck Science. Welcome in, and hello Victor. Hello, let's go. It is so nice seeing all of you here bright and early. Well, okay, it's the afternoon, but still. Hey Derek, it's so great seeing you. Yeah, that is right. DJ Ray is a champ. Always coming in early, posting that, even on the weekends too, when he doesn't have to. He could be sleeping in. Instead, he's making sure all the links are up for my stream. So, cheers to you for doing that. It's hard work. It's not easy, and knowing me, I have a really hard time getting up on the weekends sometimes, and I know I could sleep in. Hey Brian, hello. Let's go. I feel like we're gonna find a lot of winners today. As you saw in the morning report, which already went out, and also for all of you who've been subscribing to my Substack, you see that there were a lot of early games highlighted. Some of these lines fell apart. You've been watching this throughout the day. You know what I always say. Use the morning report. Use the emails as a tool guide. And make sure you keep your eye on these lines. So you guys have been doing great with that. And also, oh, thank you so much for using our emote. Those are exclusive on Rumble. And once we get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, we finally passed the 100 mark. Yay! I love it. Once we get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, then we'll be able to have our own emotes and everything on YouTube as well. So I would love to get to that goal and really be able to offer you guys something cool and unique. Because I know so many people come in through YouTube, even though they've censored us like a million times. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Chuck Science, for enjoying the Substack. Yeah, that was a great post today. Anyone who really wants to dive into March Madness betting tips, or even just strategic betting in general, all of this is going to be exclusive on Substack. I'm not going to kill you with emails every single day from the daily report. If you want to get these exclusive insights, they're all going to be on Substack, and Substack is great. Oh yes, Tyler, it's exciting. And also, I would love for you guys to know, oh yeah, there are emotes on Rumble. So they're free emotes. You guys have a ton of them on Rumble that I made for you. And then there's some subscriber exclusive emotes. So those are fun as well, and a little spicier, you know. Oh, there you go. There you go. You found the responsible better emotes. My cannabis, golden cannabis leaf. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Chuck Science. I am really focusing on putting my serious, in-depth, like mathematical, analytical writing on Substack right now. Because what I've realized is, you know, I've been out there in the sports community for a while, and I go to a lot of the sports information websites, and I check across all sorts of sports news and data sources all day, every day. A lot of this is automated. Don't get me wrong, a lot of it is automated. But going into Substack and seeing not just like the depth, but also the quality of knowledge that I'm learning from other professional handicappers there is truly incredible. And unlike other social media platforms, people on Substack actually want to interact with you. They want to have organic relationships and help each other build each other up. Like, it is so much more, it's so much more of a social network than all these quote social medias out there. I mean, seriously, how many times on Instagram has anybody ever written me back? Like, and I mean, let's be honest here. I'm a blonde girl on Instagram. I mean, it's not hard to get a DM back. It's just, you know, how many bots and different things, and, you know, I mean, you're gonna run into all sorts of problems. So on Substack, I really found that you have actually a smaller community of people who are wanting to expand their minds, but also willing to help others and also willing to listen to others, you know. You know, there's been some writers that I've wrote to, and it's just like, hey, you're making some great points, but, you know, you could fix this here, and they're totally open to it. And, you know, it's a great way to build true relationships where you foster a community of people helping people. And that's what we're about here. That's what we're about on Sports Betting Illuminated. We can all win together, and that's what we're doing here in this community. So please, yes, hit the like button, but please make sure to follow me on Substack. This is so important to me, and I'm putting so much more content on Substack that if you're not following my Substack right now, you're really missing out. I mean, truthfully, I'm putting great betting strategy content on there, and I'm going to go way more in depth very soon. But in the meantime, join me on Substack. It's great, and no, I'm not getting paid to promote them. I just really like the platform. I'm a genuine fan. Oh, that's interesting. You're killing the peer-to-peer market. Yeah, this peer-to-peer betting is so interesting, and congratulations on cashing in such big winnings. These new dynamic markets are fascinating to me, and this baseball season I'm really going to be diving into this and actually proving for you every day like how you could build this bankroll up from, you know, just starting small with reasonable amounts of money, but how, like, via these, you know, peer-to-peer betting platforms where you're actually betting against other players rather than the sports book, so they're never taking their cut. You know, it's simply like a fair transaction between you and another person. It's so fascinating. I think it's a great way, you know, for people like us who really, you know, are professionals at it to, you know, get in there and find an edge, and find a better edge than you would get at sports books, and you're not gonna get cut off like you would at sports books. So there's some really interesting things here. Oh, you don't have a link to my Substack? Well, let me just maybe I could just type it in the comments real quick. But it is just at arielcalista on Substack. And there is my comments right there. All right, perfect. So yeah, I would love if you guys could follow me there. It's free to subscribe, but also I would love if you guys became, you know, a paid subscriber as well. That is so awesome. I've already have 2 people who, you know, wanted to donate to support the daily report and everything I'm doing here, and I just appreciate that so much. So, you know, I want to keep this community building, and I'm really excited about the future. So yeah, definitely have a little bit more work to do, DJ Ray. But actually, I really appreciate everything you do. Now, let's dive into some games. We have a lot going on tonight. As you guys saw in the morning report, there are a lot of things moving pretty early on. A lot of sharps jumping into the mix today. But before we do all of that, I think we need to sit back and relax and get our minds right to win some wagers. Okay, so tonight I am smoking Fairway Fog. Alright, I told you guys I was going to do some golf content on this stream. For all of you who were here for last Wednesday's stream, I hope you love the NASCAR content. I heard from so many of you that you did. Today I am wearing my little golf outfit. This is my little, if I were to go golfing, okay, actually, I have a golf club right here. So, I could, yeah, I'm not a golfer. I'm gonna be totally honest, everyone. I'm not a golfer. I've only golfed literally, well, I mean, other than like the one time I did it at like a 5-year-old's birthday, like when I was 5, I did it one time at Top Golf, and I was so bad. I did not know how to swing the club. This is a left-handed club actually, so it's perfect for me. I'm gonna be learning a lot this summer on how to golf. I have some training golf clubs actually that break in the middle here, and like if you swing it and you don't swing it the right way, it will actually like break and it will show you like in real time like how you're doing when it comes to this golf club. But if you if you take me out golfing, this will be my little outfit. Do I look like the cutest golfer girl on the course? Okay, never mind. This is why you should not like trust a left-handed person with a golf club. Sorry guys, I'm such a klutz. Yeah, it is a pink club. So it's actually very good. It was left, honestly, in my warehouse. So, you know, I am learning it, and, you know, there are quite a few golf courses just like right around me in the area, so I'm going to be learning a lot. The weather's getting so nice. I was able to go out, get a little bit of a tan today, so, you know, these coming few weeks, it's going to be really nice to go out there and learn how to learn how to like professionally hit a golf ball. Yeah, you should. I think lefty plus a combination of weed and a golf club is a little bit of a dangerous combination. That's why this live stream is for like adults only. You have to be 18 plus. Don't practice this at home. But anyways, let me get down to business because I still haven't had my cannabis. The Fairway Fog, perfect for golfers who want to stay loose but dialed in. So this is good for the weekend warriors, the competitive players. This is really just best before like a relaxed round, and yeah, you'll be able to sink that perfect putt with just having your mind right. And I think I need to get my mind right because that was like disastrous what just went down there. I'm glad you guys are bearing with me here. I get a little crazy sometimes. I think DJ Ray was right. I had a little bit too much cannabis before the show. I am learning little bit by little bit. You know, I've always known people around me that have played golf. Golf has always been a big thing. I mean, grandfather lives on a golf course. Like, you know, I've always been around golf, but I've never played. Actually, it was so embarrassing at Top Golf. I kind of decided after that, like, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna go back to Top Golf. Like, it was actually that bad. I really could not hit a golf ball, and I was there at a baseball like athletic conference, and everyone went to Top Golf after. It was for this big brand that, you know, I'm you know, one of the owners in, along with some other big players. It's a big hydration brand, and you know, like Rock Nation and Jay-Z are part of it as well. But when we all went to go play Top Golf after I was down there for this conference, it was just so embarrassing. All these professionals were looking at me, and I honestly just wanted to die of embarrassment. I don't even know if I missed the ball half the time or if it was like way more than that. It took me at least several strides just to hit the ball, like every single time. And eventually, like, I just managed to like kind of disappear after my turn and not go back for another round. Get in a mix with the food and the drinks, and you know what? I'm pretty good at mini golf. Like, I could do a little like putt course. I'd be okay with that, you know, as long as I'm not having to do something too serious. That's true. I'm only 5'2". A little small, so yeah. But I like the mini golf. I don't know, it's fun. I like to do it on like cruise ships and things like that, so I don't know. I have fun out there in the world. Anyways, let's get into some games because as you can see, I'm obviously not like a pro golfer, and what just happened there was complete proof of it. I don't need to tell you guys anymore. Let's get down into some winnings, because you know what I am a professional at? Sports handicapping. That's it. And it's proven with all of my, I mean, literally my hundreds and hundreds of timestamp videos. So yeah, no, I'm only 5'2". I'm a bit okay, 5'2 3/4, but still not quite yet 5'3". All right, let's get into some basketball. Everyone wants to know what's happening in college ball. What are some bets that you like today? And right now, I'm looking at a couple of 8 o'clock games, and then I have some later games that I'm looking at as well. So let's start with the 8 o'clock games. First one, North Alabama versus Bradley. 8 p.m. Eastern, and I'm looking at the total here. This opened up at 141.5, went out to 145.5 on level 2 money. This has held steady. It has not moved. It's still sitting at 145.5, but now there's level 4 money on over. So I like that this has moved out a lot in the right direction. I like that it's not moving back and the money is still holding steady here. So for me, I like this over. I think it's solid, and I think a lot of sharps are in the mix here. All right, let's talk about Furman versus North Texas. This is the other 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern game, and I'm looking at the North Texas spread. This opened up at -6.5, went up to -8.5 on level 1 money. But the interesting thing here was there were quite a few pros jumping in on this spread. So a lot of, not a ton of super strong pro money, but enough for me to go, this is looking really interesting. All the sharps are taking this. This line is going in the right direction, you know, for all these sharps that are taking this. And I like it. It's sitting at -8.5. I don't think it's reached equilibrium point yet. And, you know, I still like it at -8.5. Wow. That's crazy. All right. You know, I like to bet big, but that's kind of a lot just for this North Texas spread. But some people like to do that. Some people really do. All right. Now it is time for the 2-minute drill. I'm so excited to share this with you. So we are rolling right on into it. And this is a subject that I find Truly endlessly fascinating. So if anyone wants to talk to me about this, offline or whatever in the emails, I reply to everything as soon as you guys send it, or social media. My DMs are always open. Feel free to reach out to me after you watch this 2 minute drill or in comments. And stay tuned because I have a lot of plays coming up after this. So enjoy. In our rapidly evolving technological landscape, understanding the principles that drive innovation is crucial. One such principle is Ray Kurzweil's law of accelerating returns, which posits that technological progress follows an exponential trajectory, with each advancement building upon the last at an accelerating pace. This means that as technology evolves, the rate of innovation and development speeds up, leading to rapid and often unexpected breakthroughs. A notable example of this phenomenon was the Human Genome Project. This was initiated in 1990, and the project aimed to map the entire genetic code of humans over a 15-year period. Midway through, skeptics observed that less than 1% of the genome had been sequenced, leading to projections that the completion of this project would take centuries at this current pace. However, they overlooked the power of exponential growth. Advancements in sequencing technologies accelerated progress, which led to the project's completion ahead of schedule in 2003. So let's look to today, where the entire project could now be completed within 5 hours and 2 minutes at Stanford University. This acceleration exemplifies Kurzweil's principle. Technological advancements often progress faster than anticipated, which enables timely achievement of goals that were once deemed completely unattainable. To further illustrate the impact of exponential growth, consider the classic analogy of a penny doubling in value every day for 30 days. In a linear growth scenario, if you add 1 penny to the pot for every 30 days, by the end you will have 30 cents. Now let's look at an exponential growth scenario. If you start with 1 penny and double it every day, 1 cent becomes 2 cents, which becomes 4 and 8 and so on. And by day 30, you'll have over $5.3 million. This contrast underscores how exponential growth can lead to outcomes far surpassing those of linear progression over the same period. Now, in the context of our sports wagering community, it is essential to recognize that competing against advanced, resource-rich, exponential systems doesn't necessitate matching them stride for stride. Instead, by adopting our own strategies that leverage exponential growth principles, we can focus our efforts not on beating the sports books, but instead by anticipating their moves, getting there first, or reacting fast to capitalize on the opportunities that they create. This approach allows us to stay competitive, even without the vast resources that larger entities are using against us. Understanding and applying the law of accelerating returns provides us with a framework to navigate the complexities of technological evolution in sports wagering. And by doing so, we can maintain our competitive edge and continue to thrive in this ever-evolving landscape. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That's right, the singularity is near. I'm actually in the middle of reading The Singularity is Nearer, which is really, really exciting to read. Fascinating stuff. Ray Kurzweil is truly a genius of our generation. And, I think just, beyond the math and, understanding exponentiality and truly being a futurist whose predictions have been accurate over 80% of the time. He's invented some of the greatest technologies of our time that we use for everything. So, you know, just a little fun fact about him that I don't think a lot of people know. Hey Spencer, welcome in. Is Texas +3 a sharp play right now? Let me analyze that game real quick. Yeah, because I just covered North Texas and how I like that. And you know what? Let me see what some of the newest lines are, because this one has been bouncing around a little bit today, and I just want to make sure I'm giving you the most up-to-date information. And because I was originally looking at Xavier, but I don't know, this has just been a little weird. Okay, so let's see what the newest numbers are. Okay, so right now Xavier's sitting at -2.5. Yeah, this one has a lot of mixed money in it. This one I would say, you know, like if you have like a particular angle that you like, you know, I was leaning towards Xavier earlier when it went from -1.5 to -3, but then there was a little bit of a buyback going on here, 0.5 point, and I don't know, just with all of the mixed money floating around right now, I kind of think this is a little bit at equilibrium because they're not moving, the money is very balanced, and I just don't really see any like signals that the sports books are taking a position on this one. And considering, you know, like I only play when the sports books are taking a position, to me in this game, I'm just not seeing the sports books take a position, but if you have a great angle, you know, by all means go for it. Hey Chris, so nice seeing you. Thanks for stopping in. I have my Queen of the Green cup right here. Except I feel like the green has been hitting a little strong. You missed me knock a golf club into into my entire setup here. Things could have gone really bad. But luckily it didn't. That's for sure. Oh, and if anyone has any questions on the 2-minute drill, feel free to throw them in the comments, and happy to answer it. Oh, well, thanks for sneaking in. We've only talked about a couple plays so far, so you're really not missing much. I was just talking about how I like the over in the North Alabama Bradley game, and I also like the North Texas spread right now. Those are my 2 plays, so you're coming in right at the right time. You caught me. I am a little high right now, but that just means we need to get even higher to get our minds right. Right, everyone? Tonight we're winning some wagers. Ooh, analysis. Ooh, on the Avs Leafs tonight. Money line. Okay. Let me take a look at this. Let you know how some of this money has been going. Okay. Give me just a second. So I love analyzing these lines in real time. You know, like really breaking this down for you guys. So anyone, like, of course, anyone, if you have games that you'd like me to look over, make sure to throw it in here. You're leaning on the Maple Leaves tonight. Okay. This is interesting. So I'm looking at how this money line has been moving, but let me check on how like the public money is going. Ooh, wow. Okay, lots of sharp money on the Maple Leafs money line right now, which is interesting. It is really interesting, but this line is moving a little bit weird, so I can see what you're saying. It's sitting at plus 110 with a ton of sharp money, but when I'm looking at some of this line history, I see yesterday, this line opened up at plus 103, and then it's steadily moved out to plus 106, plus 108, plus 110. So you're saying not a super. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna look at the Thunder 11 in just a second, Victor. Um, but this one I'm a little scared of. I'm not gonna lie, Derek. I'm a little scared of it just because it does seem like this line is slowly like moving. Like they're trying to make this more and more enticing, for people to bet on by, moving it from even money, to plus 110. I mean, they're moving it out. It's not a huge move, but considering the amount of sharp money that's already on this money line, part of me is sitting back here going, so why are they making this more enticing for bettors right now when already like 90% of the money is on this money line? Typically they would be wanting to balance this out a little bit more. So okay, Sharps on minus 135 in this game. Yeah, I mean, I see Colorado went from minus 115 to minus 122. So even though a lot of money is right now on the Maple Leafs, it's scaring me a little bit. It really is. Because like scenarios like this, when there's already so much money and Vegas is like, hey, keep betting this, we're gonna give you more plus money, and a majority of the bets are already on it. That's a little scary. Vegas knows something that we don't know, and that's what's scaring me, because it's true. Vegas always does. They always know before we know. And I mean, part of that is, I mean, like I said in my Substack today, for everyone who's really wanting to like read about AI models and get more in depth with that, and like really the market analysis on how I look at all these games. I mean, like I said today, we're never going to build a better AI model than the sportsbook, and that's just a fact. Like, I know I could have the best data in the world, and I'm still not going to build a better AI model in the sportsbook because they're getting data direct. They're doing things with AWS and Google, which is all tied in to all of these leagues. I mean, in the NHL, it's fascinating when you start learning about how like AWS is pulling all of this like NHL information off all of the players' jerseys. Like on each shoulder they have these like infrared sensors that are literally sending 60 times a second data to these like what's picking up the infrared sensors. And then all of these numbers are literally getting crunched in real time, and just the amount of like personnel that they're hiring to crunch all these numbers and these really like elaborate, I don't really know what the inside of their contracts are, but I know it's very elaborate so that they're sharing everything with each other. But yeah, in the NHL especially, like that's where you're gonna get very precise numbers. So yeah. All right. So let's move on from that. You were talking about the Thunder. So I did want to talk about this. This is another 8:00 p.m. game. I'm looking at this because it's still sharp, I think, even though this has moved back a half a point. Okay, so you're saying play Toronto Maple Leafs at plus 110. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so personally, I would just pass this, but Chuck say and play it as a professional hockey handicapper, and like you guys know, I'm not truly like that in depth with hockey as a lot of people are right now. So I'll freely admit that. But let's talk about this Thunder game. Oklahoma City Thunder is playing the 76ers. And right now, this is looking good. Oklahoma City went from -9.5 to -11.5 to -12. Pulled back a half a point to -11.5, but there's still a lot of sharp money in the mix here, and I do like it. But I agree. I like it at -11. I would not ladder this one out. I think this is very close to equilibrium point. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of money right now on, yeah, the Maple Leafs. All right, so let's cover some more games in college basketball. Everyone, feel free to throw in any more games live, and I'm happy to analyze them. So let's talk about North Colorado versus UC Irvine. This is a 10 p.m. Eastern game. And right now, I'm just looking at the total here. It opened up at 148.5. There's been steady money on it throughout the day. It went to 151.5, 152.5, and right now there's level 3 money on the over while it's sitting at 152.5. I would say the over still is looking really good here. Everything is moving in the right direction, so I like it. Another game that I want to talk about real quick is, yeah, well, yes, you really do have an advantage. Sitting in the casino around all the hockey sharps. And I'll freely admit, I'm not a hockey pro. I've really only placed a very small number of bets this year. It was pretty dead earlier, I agree with that. All right. Let's talk about Loyola versus San Jose State. This is an 11 p.m. Eastern game. And, right now I'm kind of watching two plays here. So this is going to be fun. Two potential plays in this game. Right now I'm looking at the Loyola spread. It went from -1.5 to -3.5. And there's been super strong money on this game as the spread has continued to move out, with level 5 money pushing it. I think this might move out even more. It's just super strong money at this point. And then I also am liking the total in this game. It opened up at 138, went to 141.5 with level 3 money. And the money just kept building and building and building. It pushed to 142.5, but even at 142.5, still a lot of money on it. I like this over a lot, so I think in this game there are two good potential plays: the Loyola spread and the over. So there you have it. Those are the two plays I really like in this game, and it's really interesting to see a lot of money sort of floating around here right now. I like how everything's developing. Now let's do a fun little cannabis game. I know this is what you guys have been waiting for. Today we are doing The Price is Right, but with weed. So you guys know the rules of The Price is Right. You have to guess the amount of, about the approximate cost of what you think the item costs. And if you get close to it, but not over the price, whoever gets the closest will win. So I feel like DJ Ray is going to be a pro here for sure. All right, so let's look at the first one. An eighth of Blue Dream in Las Vegas. This is, I'm talking like an eighth of just like flower, like this, like an eighth, a regular eighth, like not quite an eighth, but yeah, throw in your answers. What do you think? Like approximately like an eighth of cannabis would cost in Las Vegas, and try to get as close to this number as you could possibly get. And, you know, don't worry about being right. This is just for fun. But try to just get it as close as what you think it would be. Okay, Chuck Science is putting in $22.50. All right. That's a good number. Anyone else? Anyone else? $33.50. Wow. All right, a little bit higher. Anyone else want to throw out a number? We have $22.50. We have $33.50. Anyone want to go lower? Go higher? This is just an average price, you know, across Las Vegas, like for an eighth of cannabis. Spencer's going for the high-end strains. That's for sure. Okay, well, I am closing it now. Unfortunately, nobody gets a point this round. I'm sorry. An eighth of weed in Las Vegas, an eighth of flower, is only $20. That's it. $20 right now. That's what you could get an average eighth for at pretty much every dispensary. All right, but let's try this next one. A gram of wax / concentrate in New Jersey. What is like the average price of just 1 gram of concentrate? And this is like wax, like you could use it for dabs. And when you go into a dispensary, people like to do like, you know, do you want sugar or shatter or butter or batter or diamonds or crumble? There's a lot of different concentrates out there, and I love them all, but honestly, when you vaporize it, personally, you could hardly tell the difference. Okay, you'll let the others try. Come on, everyone, throw in your answers. There are no wrong answers here. I know, DJ Ray is hiding. These aren't that scary of questions, are they? But no wrong answers here. Just throw something out, whatever you feel. Okay. $70. All right. Well, I'm gonna wait for anyone else to put in some answers. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm doing a little bit of tech stuff over here, so I'm just making sure everything is going smoothly. Everything looks like it's still loading correctly. $55. All right. Well, I gotta say on this one, Chuck Science was the closest. Actually, he nailed it. $70 for an average gram of wax in New Jersey. But since you already know that one beforehand, your answer is disqualified and Spencer wins. Can't cheat here. No, just kidding. You guys both win. We're in the middle of playing our cannabis game. We still have 2 more questions left, so don't worry, DJ Ray. Alright, we're doing a Price is Right, so try to get as close to the actual number as possible without going over it. But this one, what is the average price for 1 pre-roll in Colorado? Oh, it's okay, don't worry. I know you guys have lives and things to do. But 1 pre-roll in Colorado. What do you think the average price is? Now, remember, Colorado, I'm going to give you a hint. Colorado has been in the cannabis business forever, and they've notoriously had very low prices. So that's just a little bit of a hint. Do with that what you will. Your what? Oh no. All right, Spencer's throwing in $5.50. Derek, $7. Victor, $10. DJ Ray, $10. All right, all right. I love all of these answers. All right. Nobody's disqualified here. I was just kidding about all of that. This is all just fun and games, and oh, but you actually got disqualified there. But I want to say, Victor, DJ Ray, you guys nailed it. The average price for a pre-roll in Colorado is $10. Congratulations. And $11 went over the price, so nothing there. All right, now let's talk about a quarter of flour just on the street. A quarter of flour. This is not an eighth. So just take a wild guess at what you think like the average quarter of flour price is. Granted, I know this could be different depending on wherever you live, but this is just a fun game anyways, and also depending on who your plug is. Anyone? 35 on the streets. That's what you're saying for a quarter. Remember, quarter is 2/8. $30. $27.35. All right, keep it coming in. Any more results? I'm gonna take one last bong hit for the cannabis. Like, maybe I should show my golf outfit one more time before I take another cannabis hit and I don't know, knock over my computer with this golf club. But I will be learning soon how to actually like hit a golf ball. I'll be like swinging out there in the sun, taking some selfies. Doing the whole like golfer girl thing. I don't know. I'm gonna learn though. I don't know much about golf yet, but I'm going to learn everything there is. This is the Price is Right. The cannabis Price is Right. I thought you would appreciate that, Super James. Well, I want to say for a quarter, just to wrap up our game, for a quarter on the street, the price is $50. Now, Tech Science, you got the closest with 35 there. Thanks for watching on TV, and it's so nice having you here, by the way. I'm really excited to see you hop in. Now, let's get back into some games. We've been having a lot of fun, getting high, getting our minds right, and guessing some prices. So now let's jump back into the games. One of the first games I was going to go over for the NBA we already covered, which was the Thunder, and really how I still like them, how I still like the spread here. $50 for a quarter? Well, where are you guys getting your quarters? I feel like 25 on the street for an eighth is like regular on the cannabis market. Oh, yeah, that is tough. Super James, for real. I felt like I was breaking my phone today. I literally wanted to throw my phone through the wall. Like, it was so frustrating. Just trying to, like, process large video files. Drives me crazy. Meanwhile, I'm already doing all this other stuff on my computer. 25 a quarter. Wow. I guess I do get the high class stuff. I don't know. Actually, I just grow my own now. So for me, it costs $0. Just a little bit of sunlight. That's free. A little bit of water. I guess that's not free, but it doesn't cost much. Alrighty. So I already said I like the Thunder spread. Let's dive into this Nuggets-Lakers game. This is a 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern game. And, you know, right now, I was looking at the total earlier in the morning report. We were watching that, but that completely fell apart. It moved right back to where it opened at 231.5. I'm just staying away from the total. But the one play I do like in this Nuggets-Lakers game, I really like the Nuggets spread. You know, we were taking the Nuggets a lot last year on the spread, doing really well with them. And right now, tonight, Nuggets opened up at +1.5, quickly flipped to -1. Even on Lakers money. So Vegas was initially moving against a lot of money already on the Lakers. And then they kept moving even further against the money, moving the Nuggets to -2. Right now it's sitting at -2.5 on a lot of mixed money. But I still like this play a lot. To me, this signaled a huge Vegas move on the Nuggets. So I like this spread. Yeah, the Lakers are going to lay an egg tonight. And just considering how hard the sportsbook move is, and they move this against a lot of early money on the Lakers, it definitely seemed like they were taking a position, also flipping it, you know, from an underdog to a favorite pretty early on. Vegas knows more than we do, but they do not have faith in the Lakers tonight. That's why they move this to -2. -2.5, I believe. It could potentially even move out to -3, -3.5. I wouldn't be totally surprised to see that. Just saying. But right now, it's on a lot of mixed money, so it's still looking pretty solid. And those were my NBA plays for tonight. You know, I was gonna do some golf talk. That's obviously like why I'm in this outfit. But a lot of the golf stars are really not playing right now. They're just kind of sitting out, waiting for the Masters. So I want to know, what do you guys think? Who are you betting on? Seriously, I have not been following the golf world. I mean, truthfully, it's hard staying on top of all these different leagues, making sure your bets are swinging and not missing. Oh god, that was kind of... I'm sorry guys, I'm a little corny. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think. A lot of people feel like they're preserving their energy. A lot of the professional golf players, but to me it really just seems like a money problem, honestly. You know, it's only $8 million, so like, might even show up to play. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion on why so many stars are not going to this. What do you guys think? Let me know. Yeah, my golf is not good. But, you know, make sure to follow me on all my social medias. I will be doing some more golf. I'll be learning how to play golf this summer and spring. There's so many golf courses nearby. It's actually like truly an embarrassing thing for me to not be able to even hit a golf ball like at all. I was so embarrassed at Topgolf. I honestly never wanted to go back. So I would love to be able to do this properly, and I think I look pretty cute, you know, like in a little golf outfit. You could see me out there swinging all day, right? Like, on a field, like, actually, I don't even know how to hold this. I just found this in my warehouse. So don't make fun of me. I know that I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, exactly. When you're getting paid 20 million or 25 million, and then you look at the $8 million tournament and it's like, do I even have to go to this? It's still $8 million, so come on. Come on, right? I might be a little bit of a distraction on the golf course, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it will definitely be hard to concentrate out there if I was out there. That's right, Super James. Shooting at the flags. Oh no, professional archers and fencers are notoriously terrible at golf and curling. Curling, that's another thing on my list that I need to learn, right? I actually really enjoy watching curling. Like, it's a lot of fun. Seriously, it's it's just one of those great sports that you only really catch on TV once every 4 years. A lot of fun to watch though. I mean, unless you live next to like a curling club or something. Well, anyways, guys, let me run down all of my plays for tonight. We had a whole slate of games that we were looking at. And feel free to throw in your golf predictions. I agree with that, Super James. Definitely, 100%. Yeah, I can't wait to pick up my bow and arrow and really start, you know, getting back at it. Out there doing some outdoor archery. There's a whole outdoor archery range like so close to me. It's great. It is great. Can't wait. Finally, nice weather. Let's go. Also, feel free to throw in your final four. Like, who do you think is going to be in the final four? I want to hear from all of you. Feel free to throw it in the chat right now as I go over these games and tell you about my top four, but this is just for fun, you know. Obviously, like, I'm a market player, and anyone who opened my Substack today, you know what that means. You know, truthfully, there's no way for me to predict Final Four this far in advance, but it's fun, and I hope you guys have fun throwing out your final plays. So let's go over this. First, at 8 o'clock, I was taking over in the North Alabama Bradley game. Then I was taking the North Texas spread. Then I was taking over in a North Colorado UC Irvine game. Saying over 152.5 right now, still looking good. In the Loyola San Jose State game, I was liking the Loyola spread, sitting at -3.5. Solid, and a ton of money behind that right now. Plus, I'm liking over here as well. It's gone over at a steady pace with a lot of money back in it. I took the Oklahoma City Thunder spread sitting at -11.5. Even though this has moved back a half a point, there's still a ton of sharps on this. I like this. I think this is sharp, but I really want to bring the ladder here. I like it as is, and I think it's kind of like really almost hitting that equilibrium point right now. Then in the Nuggets-Lakers game, you already know how I feel about the Lakers. Do not think they're going to be performing at their best tonight. So I'm taking the Nuggets -2.5. Plus, you know, looking at the total here, I was looking at it in the morning report. Scratch that off of my bets for today. I am not playing anything on that total. I just like the Nuggets, that is all. If you want to play two plays in one game, that is the Loyola San Jose State game. Other than that, one play per game pretty much. All right. Well, maybe one day I'll represent the USA in archery. I don't know. I am pretty good at archery though, and you know, I would love to, I don't know, get back into it competitively. So we'll see. We'll see what goes. What happens. All right, Chuck Science. Your final four are Florida, St. John's, Duke, and Clemson. Very interesting. All right, Derek, you have Florida, Duke, Michigan State, and Tennessee. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, I have all twos making Elite 8. Interesting. Okay, Super James. Well, you know, I'm a little bit of a busy gal right now, but when I find the time, getting back into archery competitively is just, you know, I definitely think I have a little bit of a talent for it, like naturally, but also because I have like such good peripheral vision, I know that helps as well. I know it's just like a weird little fact, but it really does help with things like archery or, you know, if I were to go out shooting, like, you know, it's it's one of those like little natural benefits, I guess. And yeah. Okay, so for my final four, I'm leaning towards Duke, Clemson, Marquette, and Florida. Just remember, this is a fun thing, you know, this is not actual bets, just for fun, but I love hearing what you guys are throwing in here. This is great. I love seeing who you guys are picking, and a lot of us are on Florida and Duke, I see. This is like... Oh, wow. Super James, that's a hot take. No SEC. I love that. Alright, I had so much fun with you guys tonight. I could chit chat with you guys for hours, but I know you guys all have things to do, and we have wagers to win tonight. A lot of them too. So I just ran down all of my plays so you make sure you can lock it in. If you missed it, just go rewind, you know, like 5 minutes ago, I think. Just go rewind to that part, and you'll have all of my plays for today. Make sure to lock them in. Let's win some wagers, and as you guys already know, I will be back here bright and early Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern for some more winning plays. And yeah, we have a lot of interesting things going on. So I would love for everyone to just join this Substack, and it's just substack.com/ like at arielcalista. Ariel Calista, same spelling. Nothing's changed there, but I'm putting so much good information there, and it's a great way to share these posts with your friends. You can email them easily, you know, reshare them on Substack, but just make sure to go follow me on Substack, because I'm putting in some things that I'm not putting out in these daily reports, and you know, really going more in depth with knowledge and AI and what's going on in the field, and you know, some real analytics and probabilities and you know, factual information that I'm looking at and analyzing here, and all of that is going to be exclusively on Substack, and it's free for everyone to subscribe. Plus there's this whole chat feature, so you guys could really connect with me instantaneously. I have the app on my phone as well, so I'll get the notifications as soon as you guys send a message. If you just, you know, want to reach out, say hello, ask me about a game, all of that via Substack. It's going to make our communication so much more easier, and there's so many brilliant minds on there, so I would love for you guys to discover all of them as well, you know, and start reading. Oh yeah, who's gonna be my caddy? Seriously, I'm not gonna have to carry around my own golf clubs, right? Yeah, I would love that. No, I'm gonna do some really cool little golf videos, like as I'm learning how to use a golf club and stuff. And yeah, maybe I'll just throw some stuff up on YouTube. I don't know. TikTok maybe. I've been thinking about getting back on there. We'll see. Anything could happen. But anyways, you know what's gonna happen tonight? We're gonna win some of our wagers. So have a really wonderful evening. Good luck to all of you. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and follow along if you haven't already across all my platforms. You know, some of you on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. I'm on all of these, so you can subscribe there. Subscribe to my Substack. Subscribe to my free daily emails, the daily report, where you get all of this information for free. 365 days a year. This even goes out on Christmas. So you'll never miss a thing just by signing up for these free daily emails. And thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Thanks for being here and learning, and feel free to reach out to me anytime. You know, you can always reply to any of my emails, and I'm happy to talk to you, answer any of your questions. All right. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. And thank you so much for joining Sports Betting Illuminated. I'll see you next time.